but you'll draw the blind with a touch of fear, for you know in your heart peace be with these wandering guests, God be with them and give them rest.
Fishing and fouling the whole day through. Mama, pardon me. Mama, pardon me.
Put the blood on your right shoulder, so
sun comes down to me. And in the blood of the owl hare, I killed some man for me. Killed some man for leave.
And what do you do when your father comes home?
Sun comes down unto me. I put one foot on board a sailing ship, sail to far country, sail to far country.
What will you do with your own dear?
Sun comes down to me. I leave her there in grief and despair. There'll be no more welcome there for me. There'll be no more welcome there for me.
And what will the blood on your right
Shoulder, sun comes down unto me.
Hello and welcome to this British Underground folk music special, part of the Musicians Union Summer of Live. I'm Greg Russell, here live in Yellow Arch Studios in Sheffield, and that was the incredible Armagh Rhymers filmed earlier this year before the COVID-19 pandemic took hold. I'm here in the studio, safe and very, very, very socially distanced, with musicians Chloe Foy and Lady Nade. John Smith will be joining us tonight from home, and we also have live sets which were recorded in January in New Orleans. They'll be coming from Sam Lee, Lauren Housley and the Bookshop Band, plus Findlay Napier live in Montreal a couple of years ago as well. Tonight we are raising money for the MU Coronavirus Hardship Fund. The MU set up the MU Coronavirus Hardship Fund to help musicians in immediate financial hardship as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. So far, the MU have helped over 3,800 musicians. Throughout the night, we will be reminding you to hopefully donate, and you can do that in many, many different ways. To donate £5, you can text MU Fund to 70970. To donate £10, you can text MU Fund to 70191. If you want to donate more than £5 or £10, what a fantastic idea. Then you can do that by going to www.musiciansunion.org.uk/donate. And I believe those words and things will be coming up on the screen as well below me, because we've got all mod cons here tonight. I shall be reminding you of all of those things as we go on, so don't worry, you'll get plenty of opportunity to donate. But it's time for our first live music of the evening, and our first instalment is going to come from over here, where we have Chloe Foy.
Shall we begin? This dance is a sin. falling fast forward and reaching right back. Make something of nothing before the sky turns black. Fortunately, dear, I'll comfort all your fears. For here is a fortune, the look in your eyes says, hold me now, darling, forever time goes by. Death to those who wait. Likely it's too late. The picture they painted is far from my eyes. The painter in question's the hero I despise. Take your time and feel it. My heart is slowly breathing. I'll take my time and feel it. I may have been daydreaming. Take your time with me. Feel your heart be free. Hold on. Hold on. You're gone.
Chloe Foy. There'll be no applause in the studio today because we've decided that the only thing worse than no applause is two people clapping. That's a terrible sound as far as I'm concerned. So there will be no applause. But feel free to go suitably wild at home or wherever you are watching. I forgot to give you the most important part of this evening, which is the T's and C's, the terms and conditions for donating. So I have to read this verbatim, but it is very, very important. When you donate your money, I need to tell you that fundraising, payments and donations will be processed and administered by the National Funding Scheme. Charity number 1149800. I hope you're taking notes. Operating as Donate. Tax will be charged at your standard network rate. See terms and conditions on the Easy Donate website. I hope you've got that. And now, for our second live music of the evening, we're going to head over there to a songwriter and songstress from Bristol, Lady Nade.
Powerless, that's why I'm here today. I'm standing here in front of you. I don't know what to say. I've stood so many times outside your door, to find. Can't wait anymore. Powerless, powerless, that's why I'm here. I see that look in so many eyes, like you could disappear. I've stood so many times outside your door. The courage I had to find, can't wait anymore. Powerless, is that how I'm defined? I know the past is not my fault, but the future will be mine. I've stood so many times outside your door. The courage I had to find, can't wait anymore.
Lady Nade, if you'd like to hear from either of the artists live in the studio or the other artists that you will be hearing tonight, well, there's Chloe Foy Music on all forms of social media, although we were very disappointed to discover earlier that you've not got a MySpace page, have you, Chloe? No, MySpace. Whatever happened to Tom from MySpace? That's what I want to know. And ladynade.co.uk as well, and all the various social medias and streaming platforms, of course, as well. It's another time for me to remind you why we're doing this. Of course, musicians are not the only people affected by the coronavirus pandemic, but it has driven somewhat of a bulldozer through the creative arts. And so tonight we're hoping to raise money for the MU's Fund, and you can do that by texting MU Fund to 70970. That's £5 donation. A £10 donation, you text MU Fund 70191. I'm not going to learn those numbers, however hard I try. And if you want to donate more than £5 or £10, or of course less or in between, then it's www.musiciansunion.org.uk/donate. Also, around the place on the set, there are some beautiful posters. I don't know if you can see them behind me. The posters are a commission. Artist Luke Drodds was commissioned by British Underground to design these limited edition posters. There's only about 25, and I think 3 or 4 have already gone. They're called When the Going Gets Weird, and if you want to get your hands on one of them, then head over to Prince of Thieves. Yes, very, very witty. I like that. Prince of Thieves, and you can get the remaining limited edition numbered posters and everything. All the money goes to the MU's Hardship Fund. Time for some more music, though, because that's really why we are here. And back in January, British Underground hosted a set of showcasing rooms at the Sheraton Hotel in downtown New Orleans as part of the Focal Lines International Conference. We got in touch with British Underground's old friend, Gabe Saria, who helped organise some extra gigs around town. Here, Gabe is going to take us on a street tour of the Big Easy and tell us a little bit more about what they got up to.
Greetings from the banks of the mighty Mississippi on a very hot July morning. Back in January, the Focal Lines International held its annual conference here in the French Quarter, right up the river from where I am now, where hundreds of musicians and music aficionados from around the world gathered to listen to music, share ideas, and generally have a really great time. Well, in the century that has passed since January, things have changed dramatically, and that obviously won't be happening again anytime soon. But fortunately, British Underground happened to cover and film a couple of very special performances, which we'll present to you now. Before then, though, I'd like to take you on a little bike ride excursion through the streets of New Orleans and show you a little bit of what's what. If I happen to fall during our bike ride, please hit the button below to donate to my inevitable medical care, because well, this is America after all. Anyway, my name's Gabe Soria, and I'll be your guide. Now we're riding down the world famous Frenchman Street. Normally, all the clubs around me would be filled with the sound of music, but that's obviously not happening right now. And the same is true for places all over the world, not just New Orleans. It's spread globally. Even places like the Great Preservation Hall, which is right behind me, are utterly closed. Musicians around the world are in trouble. Venues around the world are in trouble. There's no other way to put it. And here we are in the Bywater neighborhood, home of one of the finest record stores in the world, bar none. And I don't say that because I sometimes work behind the counter here. Euclid Records, New Orleans. I was in this spot back in January that British Underground filmed Lauren Housley and Sam Lee playing a beautiful little gig, and right now we'd like to treat you to that. So, welcome to Euclid, New Orleans.
Sing to me, sing a song, the sweetness of a melody. Sing from deep within your memory. Sing until I fall asleep. Stay with me, stay a little longer till we're forced to leave. Close your eyes with me and gently breathe. Stay until we start to dream. Dream of every change that we long to see. Dare to dream your wildest fantasy. Dream of something from the deep. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We sowed the seeds of love. We showed them how to sing, grown with the knowing of something in their blood, where ceremony begins. When the apron string unpinned, my garden was forsook to weigh in on industry, raised behind the altar under open dash. I grew to a bonny rowan tree, freely in my own country. For some old oak trees won't twist, but they're brittle beneath the bark. Better that limbs be broken, brought to ground, and service the light to dark. They're just servants unto the dark. The gatekeepers can stand by, for they must be bound to be free. Light working the liminal, listening to the land, and fingering at mystery. Not Sally, free and easy. Oh grief of I, for the songs they go to decay. The garden of England once bloomed her sound assault, now destined for some bouquet. No roses in this display. The rose, it bore a thorn, a spritz of willful spark, taming a temper to never pierce the palm, will never touch the heart. No poison tip to the dark. We sowed the seeds of love. We showed them how to sing, grown with the knowing of wildness in their blood, more than the sum of the everything. The old wild never wears thin, sweet as the birds in the spring. Home is when the heart sings, the songs that tell of our own kith and kin. The old wild never wears thin. Out of decay, new life springs, as the anima sheds her own skin, with this pebble rolls its big rings. The old wild never wears thin. The old wild never wears thin. Some of my favorite things. The old wild never wears thin. Thank you. We have on piano Mr. James Kay, Joshua Green on percussion. We have Chris Hyson on bass, and we have Joseph O'Keefe on the violin.
Our great thanks to Sam Lee and Lauren Housley performing there in New Orleans. Two very different but both remarkable voices. And Lauren Housley flanked by two devilishly dapper chaps on that video. I want them to be my band as well. Of course, it is my duty to remind you of why we are all here and to urge you and remind you that if you want to donate £5, you can do it very easily by texting MU Fund to 70970. I'm getting better at this. If you want to donate £10, then you can text MU Fund to 70191. That one's still a little bit more difficult for my mouth to get round, but I'll get there. And if you want to donate an amount that isn't £5 or £10, then you do that by going to www.musiciansunion.org.uk/donate. And don't forget, we have the beautiful artwork up for grabs as well. We'll come to all of that again later, don't you worry. We'll also be, after this, we'll be having a little discussion with the artists live in the studio. If there's questions you want to ask them, then you can send them in via Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the usual ways. And if they're any good, then we shall ask them, although we're not asking rubbish questions. So what I would really like to know is who their favourite Pokemon are. So if someone could send in that question, that would be very, very good. But it is time for some more live music. And for an elongated set, for a longer set, we return once more to our songstress and songwriter from Bristol, and it's time for 3 songs from the wonderful Lady Nade.
Under the starlit sky, your heart beats close to mine. Your heart beats close to mine. You're still the one. You're still the one I want, even after all this time. With you I still get excited. I've never known how to hide it. Save your last dance for me. You won't be disappointed. Save your last dance for me. I love you more than you know it. I look in your eyes, I know you're right for me. I know you're right for me. It's in your kiss. It's in your kiss I find everything that I need. With you I still get excited. I've never known how to fight it. Save your last dance for me. You won't be disappointed. Save your last dance for me. I love you more than you know it. I'll be your morning star. I'll be your wonder wall. We can make it to the moon. We can go far. 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 So save your last dance for me. Ooh. Josette, with your dark brown hair. 14 when we first met. Love at a first sight. You glow like summer. You light up my life with your beauty. You're beautiful, Josette, with your dark brown hair and your beauty, you're beautiful. You've always had my back. You're always on my side. You come for me and you comfort me. You're always kind. And Josette, with your dark brown hair and your beauty, you're beautiful. In the dark of the night, with the rise of the sun, what would I do without you? 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 Your beauty, you're beautiful. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Glad I checked that one. Was it fate that brought us here? I miss you, ooh dear. Was it love that brought us near? I miss you. Complicated, but it's so complicated. Oh, wonderful life. How complicated, but it's so complicated. It was fate that brought us here. It was love that brought us near. I'll miss you, dear. Oh, your hands, your hands. I miss your hands, but it's so complicated. But it's so complicated. But it's so complicated. But it's so complicated.
Lady Nade, and as we mentioned earlier, if you'd like to know more, then ladynade.co.uk and various social medias as well. We're going to have a little chat here in the studio, Yellow Art Studios in Sheffield, beautiful South Yorkshire. The sun always shines on South Yorkshire. It's very important that you all know that. I think we should start by asking how you are, really, and how has your lockdown been, if that's not a stupid question?
I'm very well, thank you. Lockdown's been good. I was planning to go into a bit of an isolation to work on my third album, so kind of naturally fused with that.
And third album ready to go?
Almost, yeah.
So it's been a productive period.
Yeah.
You need more global pandemics for your artistic development. Chloe, the same question really. How's it been?
Well, alongside the existential crisis that I've been having, I've been working on some new songs. Just, I guess, trying to keep positive as best as you can when all your gigs have gone. And I've got a debut album that I've kind of been putting the finishing touches to. So it's been a nice opportunity to do that.
As we've lost a little bit of time, we're going to skirt over the discussion and we're going to crack on with some more live music. We might come back to some questions later on. There's certainly a couple I would like to ask to our musicians in the studio, if it is possible. But we're going to crack on with some live music, and we're immediately going to have a longer set from Chloe Foy.
Oh, you are not well, you cannot string your thoughts together. How you do not know to make it any better. What you can't decide, to love life or to lose it. How can we despair when all we do is move it? There is one way of telling you for madmen's what you'll be. You'll take one look, and with one look your eyes will flush with fury. But don't be hard, have some heart, for one day you will see. Have some heart and hold his soul and give him all your body. Why don't you give him all you've got and give it like you mean it? How can we despair when we are in between? This love is hard to hold to hold on to forever. Hope is then destroyed, it isn't any better. There is one way of telling you firm admits what you'll be. You'll take one look and with one look your eyes will flush with fury, but don't be hard. Have some heart for one day you will see. Have some heart and hold his soul and give him all your body. With fury, but don't be hard. Have some heart for one day you will see. Have some heart and hold his soul and give him all your body.
Just as he is changing instrument, I'd like to introduce Harry Felsing-Smith behind me on guitar and violin. This next song is called Floors.
I don't know, but I've been told, lost inside this old ways grow. I can't feel you no more. Finding all of your flaws. Don't look now, you're losing face. Falling sideways, fall from grace. Feel you no more. Finding all of your flaws. I don't know, but I've been told. I don't know, but I've been told. Overtold and overgrown. I'm watching and waiting for you to be gone. I know something you don't know. You're gonna get your life back home. I know something you don't know. You're gonna get your life back home.
Our final song is called Asylum, and it's about finding peace in this frantic world we live in. It's kind of appropriate right now.
Waiting for so long, and when time stops, I'll be done. Were you waiting all night long for asylum for the gods? For I cannot see them dancing around. Where are your friends and your thoughts about? This is the time that we come to rest. Rest by the light, what the voyeur does best. Please forgive me time again. I have strength now till the end. What's all this for dark and light? Move so quickly, try as we might, for I cannot see them dancing around. Where are your friends and your thoughts about? This is the time that we come to rest. Rest by the light, what the voyeur does best. Time that we come to rest. Rest by the light, what the voyeur does best. Rest by the light, what the voyeur does best.
Chloe Foy, absolutely lovely. I mean, this isn't a gig. There's no audience here, but being in the same room as musicians, this seems like a delightful step. in the right direction. Of course, it's come to the most important part, the segment of the evening, where I must remind you to pledge with incredible generosity to the Musicians Union Hardship Fund, helping musicians who have been immediately financially hit as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. To do so, you can send a text, say an MU Fund to 70970, and that will donate £5 of your hard-earned cash. Maybe it's not hard-earned, it doesn't really matter, just pledge. And if you want to text MU Fund to 70191, that will pledge £10. To do other amounts, then please head to www.musiciansunion.org.uk/donate, and every donation, however big or small, will be hugely appreciated by both the union and individual musicians alike. I promise and guarantee you that. It's time for some more music, not from this room in South Yorkshire, but now we're going to head to the South Coast and hear from one of my favourite performers in the whole wide world. It's time to head and listen to 20 minutes or so from John Smith.
Hello, welcome to the British Underground Folk Special, part of the Musicians Union Summer of Live. I'm John Smith, and this song is called Hares on the Mountain.
Sally, my darling, I wish I could wed you. Sally, my darling, I wish I could wed you. She smiled and replied, then you'd say I misled you. If young girls could sing like blackbirds and thrushes, young girls could sing like blackbirds and thrushes, how many young men would go beating the how many young men would take guns and go Well, Sally, Sally, it's you I'd be kissing. Sally, Sally, it's you I'd be kissing. She smiled and replied, you don't know what you're missing. Yes, if young men could swim like ducks on the water, if young men could swim like ducks on the water, how many young girls would undress and dive after? Young men were hares on the mountain, how many young girls would take guns and go hunting?
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That is an applause button. And it's actually been a real lifesaver the last couple of months because, you know, you walk into a room, which I do a lot at the minute, and sometimes you don't know why you've gone in there, or you're carrying some baggage from the last room. And all you have to do is that. Hey, I'm in the kitchen. This is great. I can make some toast and look at my phone. Amazing. Now this song is called Hummingbird. I remember playing this in Montreal in 2019 at the British Underground room on like the 20th floor of one of those Canadian mega buildings. And snow and rain and hail and storms just outside the windows. It was full on, and it felt nice to be inside, kind of cosily singing my sad songs, as it does right now. Except it's roasting here on the south coast, ladies and gentlemen. This song, Hummingbird, is the title track of my most recent album, Hummingbird.
When I met her, she was just engaged. Man, I was only 23. Left right when I said hello. I pursued her in my dreams. Oh, when I found the courage for to speak more than a word. She was dressed in green and wild as night, oh, like a hummingbird. She stole my heart some more each day. She said, yes, should be mine. We married in her father's house beneath the autumn sky. Blissfully I watched her darting round and out of sight. I knew I couldn't hold on long. My hands are much too tight. She slips, yeah, she slides, yeah, she comes, and there she flies. Said she'd travel by my side unless death that do us part. We were in some crowded city street. They stopped her beating heart. Gone before we made one year, like all good things she passed. Disappeared into the breeze, flew out for the light. Yeah, oh. In these times of constant change, I've been holding on for you. You're the one whose affection I still crave, one my world clings to. And these words of mine, they escape my mouth, travel without bounds, up through the clouds, out into space. There are devotion sounds, I hear them. I know she slips, yeah, she slides, and there she comes, there she flies. If I could be with her again, I don't know what I would say. I'll always know her by her shape between the night and day. She comes to me in glimpses now, fleeting as a word, flashes bright, disappears, my darling, my darling. Hummingbird, whoa.
Well, thank you. Oh, stop. You're too kind, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Well, I don't know what to say. I've just realised I picked up a capo. I needed a plectrum. Vitally important not to confuse those two things. And it sounds like I'm in the Royal Albert Hall, doesn't it? But I'm not. There you go, I'm in my house. Had you fooled, eh?
Perhaps I'd rather be alone, see my friends and loved ones just a moment at a time. Some wild abandoned world, my home. Nothing to do but think of what's becoming of my life. I'm getting fat and old. Powers that be have killed in me the part that used to hold. Yes, my love is growing cold. Booze just said, and I believed it. Even if I'm crumbling, I can go. But when I ain't coming down to this hole I call a home, she got the dress big. Bless my soul. Come on and lift me up to a little place on high. When she got the dress big, save my life. Hindsight shone the world across my eye. See the road down which I could live a dozen lives. Tell myself one little lie. I could have made it work. I just need a little time. Oh, when I ain't coming down to this hole I call a home. She got the dress big. Bless my soul. Come on, lift me up to a little place on high. When you shake working hard to believe it, looking for the way to go forward, head on high. It doesn't hurt to try. When I ain't coming down to the hole I call a home, shake off the dress, babe. Bless my soul. Come on and lift me up. Little place on high. Got the dress, babe. Save my life.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Capo. All right. Hey, thank you. It's been a pleasure playing for you. Truly. I like the British Underground because it's also the name of the place where I have spent most of the last 20 years doing this. And, you know, to have this platform to play my songs and for you to hear this, it means the world to me. So thank you very much. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Now, I wrote this song about anxiety. There's a little bit of it going around at the moment. I don't know if you noticed. This song was born after I got off the phone to one of my close friends, and we were both having a similar dilemma, similar kind of time in our lives. And I wrote this song for my friend. And this is called... Ah, yeah, you hear that? That's a chorus pedal. This is called Far Too Good. As in, you're far too good for keeping down.
Tell me your dream, somewhere you wanna go or someone to be. What of it is hunger to say how high to fire. How you gonna make yourself unhappy? How you gonna let it run you around? Just have a little faith we could put it together. You're far too good for keeping down. I know your problem is clear to see, and I know I've been useless. What I'm gonna do with it? Did you feel it just isn't worth the effort? How you gonna make yourself unhappy? How you gonna let it run you down? I wanna hold on as you unravel, even if you don't want me around. Sure, there must be something, anything I can do. Times I get to thinking I just made it worse for you. set high the fire. Are you gonna make yourself unhappy? Are you gonna let it run you around? Just have a little faith, we could put it together. You're far too good for keeping down, far too good for keeping down, far too good for keeping down.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Back over to the wonderful Greg in the studio. Thank you for having me. See you later.
Thank you, John Smith. What a lovely man, what a gorgeous ginger man, John Smith, and what a fantastic songwriter. I need to remind you once more to donate, if you can, www.musiciansunion.org.uk/donate is where you'll find the crowdfunder, or you can send a text MU Fund to 70970. That'll donate a £5, and if you want to donate a tenner, then you can text MU Fund to 70191. And also another little reminder about the beautiful artwork, the wonderful prints that British Underground have commissioned. Artist Luke Drodds has been commissioned to create this wonderful piece of artwork, When the Going Gets Weird. There's only about 25 of them, limited edition, and if you want to get one of the remaining few, then Prince of Thieves is where you go to get that, and you can get your hands on one of them. British Underground always have fantastic art. And speaking of British Underground, for those of you who don't know, it is a creative production company. And British Underground has produced UK music showcases around the world, from British House at the Rio Olympics to Americana Fest in Nashville. British Underground works mainly with artists outside of the mainstream, so underrepresented genres, think jazz, think grime, and the organisation is moving its ideas and its function online, and that's what this event marks, really, that transition of showcasing events, putting musicians in front of a wider audience, and that is going to be done largely online going forward, as well as, of course, the traditional ways that British Underground have worked. British Underground have worked a lot with Folk Alliance International, and so we are going to return to Folk Alliance International, this time for a performance from Montreal, which was a couple of years ago. January 2019, was it? Something like that, I reckon. It was very cold. It was also very beautiful. And we're going to hear the fantastic bearded Findlay Napier sing a song for us now.
Who said that? It's a list of jazz standards. Way! Give that man a sweaty hug. I didn't say it would be for me. To the east end, come a hard man. Whoa, the wee brick tonight. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Went into a pub and he came out paralytic. Whoa, VP inside that what a hell of a mixture. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. It's customary to sing the last line of every verse as loud as you can. Try it. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. That was lovely. You don't need to do the harmonies, just the shouting's fine. It is lovely and all that, but does this bus go to the dentist in Pally? Oh, I'm looking for a lumber. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. That's great. So the Denison Pally was a dance hall in the east end of Glasgow, just at the end of Roseley Drive. I lived at 50 Roseley Drive, and but by the time I lived there, it had been converted into a Summerfield supermarket. And I was in the supermarket, and Mary was behind the counter, and I said to her, "Do you know that this used to be the Denison Pally?" And she said, "Yes, I met my husband here." And I was like, "Wow." She said, "Yep, just over there by the frozen turkeys." True story, that. At the dance and he met Harry Mary. Oh, flew the gorbals high. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Well, new Mary, are you dancing? Oh no, it's just the way I'm standing. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Well, new Mary, you're one in a million. Oh, so's your chances. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Well, new Mary, can I run you home? Oh no, I've got a pair of sand shoes. You're hell of a funny. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. A mate of my dad said that he was in the Denison Pally one night. He came from a suburb of Glasgow, just a wee bit outside, called Rutherglen. And he pulled this girl and he took her outside and he said, "Can I run you home?" And she said, "Where'd you live?" And he said, "Rutherglen." She said, "I'm looking for a boyfriend, not a pen pal." Out to the back, close down into the dunny. Oh, it wasn't for the first time. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Come on, mommy, she was going to the clunchy. Oh, I buggered off sharpish. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. New Harry Mary, she's looking for her hard man. Oh, he's joined the Foreign Legion. Sahara under a camel. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. New Harry Mary, she's had a little baby. Oh, feathers in the army. Glory, hallelujah. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Cod liver oil and the orange juice. Thank you very much. If you've just come in, my name's Findlay Napier. I'm from Scotland, from Glasgow.
Right now, we're approaching one of my favorite places in New Orleans, a place called Beckham's Bookshop, which is right behind me. Back in January, British Underground caught the Bookshop Band, a duo that performs songs about books in bookstores around the world. We were lucky enough to get them in here and enjoy.
Do 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 do. We are the
foxes working around the town. We are the foxes working for you. Bring out your boxes before you settle down. We are the foxes working for you. Don't be afraid, cause you know what we prefer. Smile on your faces, that's what we do. Don't need to pay us, we're happy in our work. We are the foxes working for you. Running rings round covers more ground. Foxes in a big rush, jumping on a night bus. City lights glow like a light show, keeping strange hours, smelling all the flowers. We're keeping strange hours, smelling all the flowers. We're keeping strange hours, smelling all the flowers. Do-do-do. 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 And in the morning when all our work is done, shifts are changing, you'll be up soon. We'll hear you coming, then we'll be on our way. We are the foxes working for you.
Well, that brings us to the end of our time in New Orleans. Donate if you can, but above all, just be good to yourself, be good to your friends, be good to your neighbors, be kind, extend a helping hand, and we'll see you on the other side of this thing. For that, I'm signing off now. Gonna get myself a snowball. Back to you in the studio.
That was the Findlay Napier as well as the Bookshop Band, and like the musicians in the studio, Findlay and others have got a fantastic social media presence, as well as donating to the MU. I'm sure musicians would appreciate it if you liked their social media pages and gave them a follow on whatever you stream on, and maybe even bought an album. I know that's a very old school idea, but albums are still real things, and I'm sure it would be appreciated. Unfortunately, I'm now going to sing you a song. This is a song which is sort of about Sheffield. We're currently in Sheffield. We're in Yellowwatch Studios in the increasingly swanky Kelham Island corner of this lovely city. And this is a song that's sort of about Sheffield, but it's also a song about not really wanting to return from tour. And if anyone was that bothered about seeing me, they could surely come out and see me wherever I was. It's called Seven Hills. I'm sat here watching shadows form at the bottom of the tree, and the fruit upon the ground it is riper than you see. On the book that's in my lap, the words stop jumping out. A moment of contemplation to let in all the doubt. Like the man who sends the signals to the moon and calls them back, and the carrots in the soil, the mine are red and his are black. Not a real living difference between his life and mine. Peculiarities of geography, of weather and of time. And I can think of home, the 7 hills, but there are obstructions to my view. And one day I'll be back there, but isn't it better if we flew? If there's a real rush to get back and those things not come to me, what difference can we make if we follow only what we see? or the bricks and mortar that stand there, oh, what is really mine? A solid construction in the soil, or a figment of my mind? And what's the real reason for you to solidify your place? Is it selfishness or duty, or an honest sense of place? And I can think of home, the 7 hills, but there are obstructions to my view. And one day I'll be back there, but isn't it better if we flew? If there's a real rush to get back and those things not come to me, what difference can we make if we follow only what we see? Things are getting clearer now, though ain't colour not white or black. Open a page, draw a line or a circle on your map. It'll give you somewhere for you to go, for you to spend a while. A mental state, a contented place for you to reconcile. I can think of home, the 7 hills, there are obstructions to my view. And one day I'll be back there, but isn't it better if we flew? If there's a real rush to get back, can those things not come to me? What difference can we make if we follow only what we see? What difference can we make if we follow only what we see? What difference can we make if we follow only what we see? Thank you very much. Right, well, that's nearly the end. I'm going to put this down. And yes, thank you very, very much for watching this event. We've got some thank yous to say before we leave. Our great thanks, of course, to British Underground, who have produced this, the Musicians Union, as well at Yellow Arch Studios. Sounds just fine. The musicians, of course, Chloe Foy, Lady Nade, Northern Cowboy Films, who are filming, engineering this whole thing, and you for watching wherever you have watched or listened at home. Thank you so much for donating, for being so generous. You can, of course, continue to support the art and live musicians through these interesting times which we find ourselves in. Of course, the performing arts are not the only people affected, but it has had a massive impact on live performance. So thank you very much for watching. Who knows, there may be more. I'm sure there will be more live streamed events from British Underground and the MU working in collaboration. But speaking of collaboration, we shall attempt to collaborate in some way here. It's a well-known fact that it's the best way to sing harmonies is standing 2 meters apart from each other. So we'll give this a go, but rules can't be broken. So this is a version of one of my very, very favourite songs in the whole wide world. It's a song called Willin' by Little Feat. Are we ready? Lovely. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again. I've been kicked by the wind, driven by the snow. Well, I'm drunk and dirty, but don't you know that I'm still willing? And I ride the highways late at night. I see my pretty Alice in every headlight, Alice. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchapeta, torn apart, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I've even drove the back roads I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me wheat, whites and wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing. Well, I've been
kicked by the wind, driven by the sleet. I've had my head stoved in, but I'm still on my feet, and I'm still in a whole lot of trouble. I've smuggled some folks and smugs from Mexico. I've been baked by the sun every time I go to Mexico, and I'm still from Tucson to Tucumcari, to Hatchapee to Tonopah, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I've even rode the back road so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me wheat, whites and wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing. To Hatchapee to Tonopah, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I've even rode the back road so I wouldn't get weighed. And if you give me wheat, whites and wine, and you show me a sign,